It's always beautiful. Your presence, your presence, your presence. It's always beautiful. Your presence, your presence, your presence. It's always beautiful. Your presence, your presence, oh God. There is fullness of joy. Hey guys, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. This to be like an interactive class, and before you can actually drop a comment, you need to like be subscribed. So please, if you can, just subscribe to the channel so you can drop your replies in the chat box, right? Thank you. We're just waiting for the others. We can spare about 10 minutes, so then we get started. Please let's subscribe so we'll be able to drop our comments in the chats. Trying to get others to join in um, so we can get started because there's not a lot of time on our side actually. We're just waiting for 10 minutes so others can have the opportunity to join in so they don't miss anything. Okay. All right, 5 minutes to go. Um, we're going to get started soon. We're just trying to wait for others to join in, so we don't keep going back. You know. So we don't. Okay, please, if you have subscribed, you can just drop a message in the chat box so I know that you're here. All right. Um, so in 3 minutes, we're going to get started. Let's just settle down. If you have subscribed, drop a message in the chat box. If you haven't, please, you need to subscribe to be able to chat. So just kindly click on the subscribe button, and then you can drop a message in the chat box. Meaning they'll probably have to watch a replay or something. Okay, so let's just get started. We can't keep waiting for others, right? Okay, I believe we have all heard about Upwork before, and if we haven't, I'll just do a brief introduction so we can get into the main thing of how to get jobs on Upwork, right? Okay, so you might have been hearing people talk about freelancing, working online, working from home, earning dollars, making money online, and all of that, and all of that. And if you don't have the right information, it just look as if they are talking about something in other world, right? But I would like to just break down few things to you, and that is starting with freelancing. So though you don't have to overthink freelancing. When you hear people talk about freelancing, it's just basically you working for different people. Just like the way you do online, you post your gigs on, you post your jobs online, and then people hire you for the job. Freelancing is just the same, but this time you're the one going out to look for clients, right? And you're not posting anything online. You're just sending proposals. You're looking for clients that you can work with. You're sending cold emails, or you are writing a direct message to them. So that is what freelancing is you not being in a contract for service, but you're in a contract of service. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that you're just hired for one job. You're not working and getting paid at the end of the month, right? So, like 9 to 5, as people would call them. But freelancing, you're just okay. I look at this client, this is somebody I would like to work with. I work with you on this project, you pay me, and I'm done with it, right? At your own space, and you're not even going to any office. You're working from your house, from the comfort of your home, or if you feel like going to a cafe to work that day, you do that, right? But today we're going to look at freelancing on Upwork. I know you must have heard people talk about Upwork, but you probably don't really understand it very well. Or you understand it, you've tried it for a while, you're not getting jobs, and you just gave up on it. Or your friends told you you can make money on it, and you don't even know how to get started, right? So this is Upwork interface, right? And just like you can see on there, Upwork is where you go to help people with their projects. It's as simple as that. Think of you wanting to buy maybe a used car or something, and then you just go on GG and search for the car, and then you send the person a message. The person gets back to you. You get talking, you negotiate. That is just how Upwork is. But in this case, you're not buying a car. You're exchanging your service for money. You're exchanging your skill for money. That is how Upwork is. So, how does Upwork work? What do you do on Upwork? Basically, you just go on Upwork, search for jobs in your niche, apply to it. If you get hired, you do the job and you get paid, right? In that simple steps, it's just as simple as that. But then those simple steps, I just brief now. It's not easy, right? It's not easy. So first of all, you need to have like a very deep mindset that okay, you're going 100% on this. And even if you don't get jobs in the next 2 3 days, you're not going to give up, because that is one thing that, especially Nigerians, that is one thing that we do a lot. We try something for 2 days, 3 days, and we see that we're not getting results, and we just give up. It does not work like that, right? You're starting something very new. You don't expect to just, yeah, you can get lucky. Some people get lucky, and in their first day, in their second day, they get jobs. But originally, it's not designed like that. You have to keep trying, make sure the algorithm understands what you're trying to do on the platform, right? Then it start bringing you results. You can't expect to just go to a football team today, and you expect that you're going to be in the first 11 for people that know about football. It does not work like that. The coach have to screen you, have to watch you play match, friendly match, and see that okay, this guy is actually good. Then maybe let's try him out. So that is how it is. You need to introduce yourself to the algorithm. You need to tell the algorithm that, okay, this is what I am doing. This is the skills I'm offering. These are the kind of people I need to connect with. Then the algorithm will start bringing, you know, quality jobs your way, and then you start getting hired for the job. So let's just do a brief introduction of the Upwork and how to sign up. Because when I did the poll, I realized that most people have not signed up on Upwork yet. So I will just do a brief walkthrough. Then we go to profile optimization for tonight. Then tomorrow we look at, you know, filtering jobs and how to send proposal. If I forget to mention, Upwork is for freelancers and it's for clients as well. So it means that you can go on Upwork to get job, and you can also go on Upwork to get your job done. So you can go on Upwork to look for work to do. You can also go on Upwork to give work to freelancers, right? So you see, this says there's no cost to join. For people that are looking to hire freelancers on Upwork, maybe you have a startup you're building, or you have a business, you need somebody to help you create graphics, and you just feel like, okay, I want to hire the best of best, you can go on Upwork, post your job, and hire top talent. And you don't even need to pay anything until you get you get someone that's going to do the job for you. So many might have been asking, okay, this Upwork, this online thing, what can I even do there? I'm not a graphic designer. Can I do accounting? Can I help people look at their financial statements and get paid for it? Yes, you can. As you can see here, there are different job categories. You have development, sales and marketing, engineering and architecture, fine engineer. You can help people create house plans, construction plans, 2D drawing, 3D drawing, and you get paid for it. Things that jobs that does not require you to be on site, right? On site means you don't have to be in the place where the job will be done. You don't have to be on ground before the job will be done. You can do it from your house. So all these things you can offer those skills on Upwork and get paid for it, right? So if you're a web developer, especially product designers, I noticed that we have a lot of product designers in the group. So you can get like jobs on here. You can sell your skills here for money, right? So you can do jobs in different categories. You just need to go on this site. So this site is upwork.com. Let me drop the link in the chat box. So I just dropped the link in the chat box. If you want to follow along on your laptop, just click on the link. The website is going to open. Okay. So why should you use Upwork, right? You can say that I'm paid 100K in Nigeria here. That is good money. Why should I use Upwork? Number one, the 100K, the 200K you feel you're getting paid and is okay. You can find clients that will pay you over 500K for the same job, right? And again, you are your own boss, right? Not the way Nigerian clients will stress you. Not that clients don't stress on Upwork, but they see you as a professional, right? They see you as somebody that knows what you're doing. So they give you the respect. Decision on this, go ahead. What do you think we should do? It's a bit different from the Nigerian market, right? And again, you need the recognition, you need the job on your portfolio, right? If you're going to look for a job in a place, and you can tell them that, okay, I work on so branding for this company in US. It gives you a kind of ambience, or it builds a kind of ambience around you that make people look like, okay, so it's actually big, right? It's a big name in the industry because of people you've worked with, right? So Upwork gives you the opportunity to meet with clients globally. You can meet with clients in the US, in the UK, in Austria, Germany, different places, and they all pay you in dollar. That is another reason why you should work on Upwork. You get paid in dollar. I mean, if you get paid in dollar and you exchange it to naira, that is a lot here. So say you're doing a social media design, a social media graphics, and then you get paid $50 for it. That's about 70,000. I mean, how many clients in Nigeria can pay you 70,000 to do a flyer or to do a carousel design, right? Or how many clients in Nigeria can pay you $3,000 to design a website, to design a landing page, right? It's not that clients in Nigeria can't pay, but they are rare. You will see people that would offer 200K to build to design a website, a 5-page website. You see people that will offer 70,000 to design a landing page. So Upwork gives you the opportunity to meet with high-end clients, clients on the global space, clients on the international standard, right? So you'll be able to get paid what your job is worth, right? Depending on your portfolio, you'll be able to get paid what your job is worth. Okay, so before we get into that, I would like to show you top skills on Upwork. So maybe you don't, or you have something you're doing already. It's always good to upskill, right? Some things you can learn more to make sure that you get more jobs, right? So top skills on Upwork, you can see generative AI specialist, data entry specialist, video editors, data analyst, Shopify developer, Ruby on Rails developer, Android developer, bookkeeper, content writer, copywriter. So these are the top skills on Upwork, for year 2025. Top skills means the skills that are in demand, skills that are not saturated, right? That if you have this skill, one way or the other, it is certain that at least in a month you will get one or two jobs, and those two jobs can pay you well to like cater for the whole month. I mean, as a data analyst, if somebody hires you to build like an ETL pipeline, and the person is paying you $500 for the job, and you get two of it in a month, isn't that better than getting 50 jobs that does not even accumulate up to 500K in a month? So top skills, you can upskill, you can expand your skill set to make sure that you're getting more jobs and you have advantage over others. Say for example, now you're a graphic designer, but you also know how to do copywriting, right? If there is another graphic designer that does not know how to do copywriting, you can use that to pitch to your client that, okay, I'm a graphic designer, but one thing you also benefit is that I will look into your copies because I'm a professional copywriter. I'll look into your copies and improve them to make sure that they are attracting prospects. So that alone, you've used it to get an edge over the next person that is applying that is not a copywriter. Do you get? So you can always upskill to make sure that you are in demand, to make sure you are what's the word now? What's the word? To make sure you are in demand. Let me just put it at that, right? Okay. So let's say okay, I have heard this. I'm really interested. So how do I get started? Right. You just go to sign up. You can see the sign up button at the upper left here. So you just sign up and it's going to load. Now we are on creating a profile, right? So he's asking whether you want to join as a client or freelancer. So if you want to join as a client, you pick joining as a client. But I'm assuming we are all freelancers, we are looking for jobs, we are looking to get paid in dollars. So we're going to choose I'm a freelancer looking for work. So I hope you guys are following along. If you're following along, please just drop a message in the chat box. If you're creating your account now, drop a message in the chat box so I can know that okay, what I'm doing is not wasting time. Somebody is actually creating an account. So you say I'm a freelancer looking for work. Then you click on apply as a freelancer. Then it brings you to this page where you have to input your details. I mean, you're definitely expecting this because there's no way you're going to create an account somewhere without inputting your personal details, right? Or how do you expect that Upwork is going to address you? John Doe? No. So you put in your first name, you put in your first name, you put in your last name. So you put in your first name, you put in your last name, and then your email, you put in your email as well. Then a password that you're going to use to log in. The password is very important because once you sign in on your laptop, you don't want to log out, log in, log out, log in, so that Upwork is not going to flag your account, right? Upwork is very security conscious. If you're logging out, logging in, or logging in on another person's laptop or in another location, maybe outside Nigeria or somewhere, they can easily flag your account for fraud, right? So you input your password, Make sure it is a password that you're going to remember. Like even if they wake you while you are sleeping, like this, guy, what's your Upwork password? You can easily remember immediately, right? And then you select your country, Nigeria. You don't have to pick another country because Upwork is open to Nigeria as well. So Nigerians, we are allowed to use Upwork, right? And then you say, okay, yes, I understand and agree to the Upwork terms of service. So if you want to read the user agreement, you can read it. But in Nigeria here, I don't think we really read terms of agreement and all of these things, right? So I'll just say create my account. I just create my account and wait for it to load. Okay, you can see I have congratulations, your account has been created. Let's get you started. So now I have an account on Upwork. If you've created, now you have an account on Upwork. But you need to do something. You need to verify your email. You need to verify your email before you can continue. I should see my passwords and sensitive informations. Okay, I'm trying to verify my account. You do that as well if you're creating your account now. You want to verify so that you have full access to the account. Uh, okay, still trying to verify the account. My network is a bit shitty, but I think we can make do with it. We can manage it. So just few minutes to get it settled. I'm doing this live so that we get everything. So there's no hidden page. Um, I'm having issues with getting the mail, so I'm just going to request for a new code, right? Okay, if you've been able to verify your link, kindly share in the chat box. I just did now, and I'll try to log in again. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm having issues verifying mine. Probably it's because I have an account before, but it's really good to hear that you've been able to verify. Somebody said I need profile optimization. Yes, we're getting into that today. We're going to create an account. So after creating an account, the next thing is profile optimization. So just make sure you stick around. Tomorrow we get into proposal writing and filtering for jobs, right? Just few minutes. Like I mentioned, Upwork is very security conscious, so you have to be careful to make sure your account is not flagged, right? I have to be very careful with what I'm doing. Okay, now we're verifying. Yeah, and now the account is verified. Can you all see my screen once again? Please, if you continue. Can you see my screen, guys? Okay. Yeah, so I just verified the account now. Sorry for that bit of break. Upwork is very security conscious and you have to be very, very careful so your account will not be flagged or list services for clients to buy. Get paid safely and know we're there to help. Okay, get started. So we're setting up the account now. After profile creation, you set up your account. Then we go into profile optimization. So I am new to this, right? If you're starting for the first time, you want to say you're new to this. Why? Because Upwork algorithm does something. It pushes new accounts to the top. I think for everybody that's into back-end development, you would know that when a new profile is created, the algorithm favors new profile. Why? Because the algorithm is fresh, right? Your record on the website is fresh. So the algorithm believes that you're there to make an impact. So it pushes the account. Then it begins to notice, okay, what is the person now doing? If it now sees that, okay, this person is not using this account, then the algorithm pushes it down, assuming that it is a scam account or it is just, you know, redundant, it is not in use, right? So if you're creating for the first time, you want to tell the website that I am brand new to this. So the algorithm is going to push your profile for the first few weeks and make sure that when you're creating the profile, you are ready to start working on Upwork, right? You're ready to start sending proposal because you're going to get visibility, in the first few weeks. But then it depends on how you now utilize it. If you would continue to get that visibility, or your account will now be deranked, right? So we say I am brand new to this, then go to next. To make money on the side, to get experience for a full-time job. I don't have a goal in mind yet. I would say you are free to make your choice, but you want to tell Upwork that it is to make it your main income. Because if I have a website as well and somebody comes to tell me I want to make your website my main income, I would definitely favor the person more than somebody that says I just want to use it for a while or I don't have a goal in mind yet. So my opinion, okay, how would you like to work? I like to find opportunities myself. I like to package up my work for clients to buy. Uh, this is actually nice, but I can find opportunity myself. You know, you can even click on both because both works, right? You can look for jobs yourself and you can create portfolio. You can create project catalog. So this other one, if you're familiar with Fiverr, this other one is the concept of Fiverr where you just create a gig down and then the client comes to purchase it. And also say that I am open to contract to hire opportunities. This means that you're open to clients coming to give you a test job, not free, it is going to be paid. But if the job is supposed to worth, say, $200, they can pay 150 for it because it is a test job. Then if you perform well, they hire you for long term, right? That is what contract to hire opportunities means. This works well for people in virtual assistants, um, product designer, people that are going to work on a long-term job. Maybe you want to work, maybe the person wants to work on a website and application development and needs design for it. You can just say, okay, can you just design a dashboard? So I use it to test your skill, know how creative you are. So that is the first sample job. Then if you perform well, the person hires you for the project. Maybe it's going to take 6 months, and it puts you on maybe a hourly rate or monthly basis. We're going to get into that later. So next is we're going to click on next, create a profile, right? And now import from LinkedIn, upload your resume or fill out manually. You can import from LinkedIn, but I would like you to know that LinkedIn algorithm is not the same as Upwork, right? Resume, it's not what is on Upwork. So my best advice is to fill out manually, right? Fill out manually so you can choose the best options, right? You can choose the best options that you want. So now it says, what kind of work are you here to do? Remember when I was introducing Upwork, I mentioned some category that are available, right? So if you're doing product design, I'm mentioning product design a lot because from our group, we have a lot of product designers and people in visual design area. So you're going to click on design and creative. Oh, my network is a bit, oh God. Okay. Design and creative. That is if you're a product designer or you're a graphic designer or what you're looking to do on Upwork is in the design field, right? So you click on design and creative, then you can choose whether graphics, presentation design, product design, art and illustration, branding and logo design, all of those things. So for people that are in software development, I'm sure you can see web, mobile, and software development here. E-commerce, is it desktop, is it blockchain, is it web, right? Go for graphic, editorial, and presentation design. So next is to add your skills, right? For people that are talking about profile optimization, this is also part of the profile optimization. So if you set your account up properly, you don't need to stress when you're looking to re-optimize the profile, right? But if you just do this anyhow, then you're going to have to go back to your profile, re-edit, and make sure it is well optimized. So this is saying enter your skills here. So what skills do you want to enter here? Let me just make sure my network is still on, because I noticed it was a bit unstable the other time. Okay, we're still good. Chat in the chat box so I know that you're still following me and I'm not just wasting my time. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, why am I having an unstable network this day? All right, so this is saying enter skills here. So what skills do you want to enter here? First, you're going to ask yourself, what service am I offering on Upwork, right? If I am offering graphic design skill, then I know I want to input skill like, first of all, I'm going to list the softwares I use, or the programming language you use if you're in software development, the tools that you're going to input that. So I'm going to say Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to input Adobe Photoshop. I'm going to input. So if you are a software developer, you want to input upon, whether it is JavaScript, all of these things, you want to input it there first, right? We have a total of 15 skills. So you want to put those there first. Then I'm going to now say, okay, now in my area of service, what skills, what keywords are relevant to me? Then I'm going to say graphic design, social media, social media advertising, business card design. You're just entering skills that you know that if a client wants to hire somebody, the client is going to search for that particular keyword. For example, now if a client is looking to hire a flyer designer, it's just going to type flyer design or something like that. And if you know how SEO works, whether long tail keyword or short tail keyword, you're going to get ranked if you have the right keyword on your profile, right? So I keep having a prompt that my network is unstable. Okay, my audio is not stable. Okay, I think I'm just going to go back a little bit on that. How about now? Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Charles, how is the audio now, Charles? Or is any other person experiencing the same thing? Stable. Okay. Yeah. So let's continue. So I was explaining the skills that should be on your profile, right? So the first thing you want to do when adding skills on your profile is to make sure you put the tools or the softwares or the programming language or whatever you're using to get the job done. You want to include them in your skill set first. They are very important. Then you include keywords that are related to the service you're offering. Written, I am offering graphic design. So you can see I put things like flyer design, business card design. I'm also going to put logo design, right? I'm also going to put logo design and what else? What else? Letterhead, you know, all of these things that are required of a graphic designer. If a client is looking to hire somebody that does business card design and the client imputes the business card in his or her job description and the skills needed, if I apply for it, I'm going to get ranked, right? Because that is just how SEO and algorithm work. You can see you can see by the side here, there is a tick from Upwork. It says Upwork's algorithm will recommend specific job posts to you based on your skills. Do you get? So choose them carefully to get the best match. So it is saying that Upwork is going to recommend jobs to you based on what you have on your skills here. So you want to make sure that you use the ones that are related to you. So you're not getting job mismatch, or you're not getting jobs that are not in your niche and then you're applying for it and you're just wasting connect, right? I'm just going to check if everything is fine. Okay, yeah, Charles says audio is good. So let's continue. So I have added this. Next, I want to put maybe like a presentation design. I already have suggested skills here. So let me put a presentation design. Then say maybe brand identity. Brand identity. So you can see all the skills I am imputing is what is needed of a graphic designer. I am not putting skills of a data analyst in a graphic designer profile, right? Because this can mess up your account. You're just going to see that you're not getting the right jobs. And if you're a graphic designer, Upwork is bringing jobs of a product designer, say you can still apply for that. But if it's bringing job of a mobile development, you won't be able to apply for it because that is not in your niche at all, right? So you want to enter skills that are important. For now, I am going to leave it like this. Why? Because there is something I like to do that I'm going to show you when the profile is set up, right? I like to I like to create my skills based on the customer's perspective. So what I'm trying to say is I like to put skills that the customers are thinking about, that the customers are putting in their job post. You'll see this as we continue. So for now, I am going to leave this like this, and I'm going to say next your profile title. So now this is your profile title. You can think of this as your, how do I say it? Your nickname, right? You have your username and then maybe your nickname. Your name Your profile name is the name you put when you are creating an account. But then this is a title that is going to be on your account. It's going to be directly under your name, right? So this is supposed to tell the client what you are doing. This is supposed to tell the client what services you're offering. This is supposed to tell the client how you can help them. So this is also profile optimization for the people asking for profile optimization. This is profile optimization as well. So this is supposed to tell, if a client comes to your profile and he reads your title, the client should be able to tell that this person that I've just read his or her title, this is what he's doing, this is what he can do, and this is why I should hire him, right? So what will I use? I am doing design, so I'm going to say professional graphic designer, right? Or I can say creative graphic designer. So when you read this, you can tell this person is a graphic designer. But then there is something you can also do. Since it is your title, it is your own, right? It is your own. You also need to describe your expertise. If you check the the body copy here, it says it's the very first thing client sees. So make it count. Stand out by describing your expertise in your own words. That means every other person that is doing graphic designer is probably going to impute creative graphic designer or graphic designer or professional graphic designer, right? So what I will do, right, is to say Photoshop graphic designer. Some people will say, why include Photoshop? It does not make sense. You think it does not make sense, but then if there is a client that needs to get a job done on Photoshop, and the client search for Photoshop designer, I am going to rank first because I have Photoshop in my title, and other designers only have graphic designer in their title. So how can you make yourself stand out? Is number one, including the tools that you use to get your job done. So for example, for web developer, you can say senior web or senior software engineer. Then you put your whatever language you're using. I can say main stack. I can say main stack. So if a client comes to my profile like this, can say, okay, this person is a pro, so this is a professional in main stack. I think this is what I need, right? So one thing that is important on Upwork is that you should be able to niche down, right? We know you are doing graphic designer, right? But what makes you stand out? Where is your strength lying in that graphic designer? What is your strength? In graphic design, there is ads and marketing design, there is publication design, there is visual design, there is branding. But how you make yourself stand out is by outlining your strengths. So for me now, I am going to say creative ads designer. Creative art designer. So it means that I would be doing more of advertising designs, right? I'll be doing more of social media designs, right? Advertising flyers, you know, maybe carousel, all of these things, right? And I'm going to put the software I use. So I'll say Adobe Illustrator. So any client that sees my profile knows that, okay, this person is proficient in using Adobe Illustrator and is an art designer. That is where he's focused on. So this is going to help me to filter out clients that don't need my service. If you need a general designer that is just going to do a messy job, or that is just going to do maybe a logo design for you're not going to contact me, because I am doing art design, and you can see on my profile. But if you contact me, then I can be sure that you are interested in art design. So let's go to the next thing. So next is add your experience. So you can still skip this for now, and we're going to add them later. Your education, you can add your degree, you can add your diploma, your certification, anything you want to add, you can see here. So if, for example, I graduated from Lagos State Polytechnic, okay, and I can't see it here. So I'm doing this for people that would not find their school here, or if you are adding a certification, maybe you got your diploma from a tech school, right? That is not directly recognized as a traditional school. If you understand what I'm saying, so you can just click OK and leave it like that. It's going to stay there, even if you can't find it from the drop down. It's still going to stay there. And I'm going to skip it for now. I will add it later. Then you want to include languages, right? So language is also very important. You want to show that you understand English. So I will say English. In fact, I don't want to say native, but I'll say fluent. And then if you have another language, you can also include it. It is really going to help you if you have another language. Say maybe you know how to speak French, you understand French or German or Portuguese. It's really going to help you if there are clients that are in that area. Say for example, now you see a client and you see that the client is from France, right? if you want to if you want to send your proposal, you might decide not to say hello, you just say bonjour or you say salute for people that understand French. So it's just like you saying hello or good morning. you know if a client can see that, okay, others are speaking English, he is French, and he sees a freelancer that stands out, communicating with him in French, he would be obliged to reply you faster than every other freelancers. So that is also a plus if you know how to speak other language. For me, it is French. So I'm just going to put French, and my level is conversational, right? Conversational in the sense that you can hold basic conversation. If you check the drop down, you will see the a little bit of description there. I write and speak clearly. I write clearly in this language. Fluent means I write and speak this language. Do you understand? So next, we're going to an overview. So This is the, I don't want to say the most important part, but it is one of the important parts of your profile. So this is like, where you have, where you when you create your Instagram and it says input your bio, and then you put creative graphic designer, flyer design, all those emoji, business card, DM me now, all of these things. But you don't want to do that on Upwork. Why? Because Upwork deals with algorithm, and your bio is a way to put your profile out there. What do I mean? In your bio, like I always suggest to every student that I train, input your skills, input how your skills will help the business, then input why the business or the client should hire you. So to put it in a practical view, so I would say, um okay, let's look at this example. We say I'm a developer experienced in building website for small and medium sized business. Whether you are trying to win work, list your services, or create a new online store, I can help. Say knows HTML and CSS, PHP, jQuery, blah blah blah. Regular communication is important to me, so let's keep in touch. So I to be on a plain side, I agree with this profile, but I would say that this profile is too much about the profile owner. That is the person, the freelancer, this guy, Matty G. I'll say this profile is speaking about him alone. You're trying to speak about yourself, but you're speaking from the client's perspective. So instead of saying, I'm a developer experienced in building websites for small and medium sized businesses, I can say, um, I help small businesses. I don't know if you understand what I try to do there. So what I try to do is to impute the advantage that the client is going to get into introducing myself. So let's write for myself so you can get an idea of how to write for yourself too. So I'm going to start by saying I I help businesses, or let me say I help small and medium businesses um improve their online presence with creative and functional ad designs. So you see what I did there? I am talking about myself, but I am wrapping it around the client's benefits. So anybody that reads this first line now can know that, okay, if I hire this person, my online presence is going to improve, right? There's a copywriter, his name is Harry Dry. He said, whatever copy you are writing and you cannot visualize it, he says it's not good enough. What that means is that whatever copy you are writing that is not promising something, you get, that is not promising something that clients can see, something that is feasible, that means something that can be done, that clients can see, it is not good enough, because you're not convincing, they are just reading, right? They are just reading. But if you can put subtle promises, you're not over promising, but you're not just writing for your own benefit. You're not just writing for them to read. You're promising them, but you're not over promising. You see, I said it's going to improve your online presence, but I didn't say it's going to convert all your sales, right? Because one of the mistake graphic designers make, or art directors make, is to say that this design is going to help you increase sales, not knowing that the design is just to pass a message, right? The client's product, how good it is, the pricing, how affordable it is compared to other competitors, is what is going to increase the sales, right? So I would say this, and then I'll go to the next line um, and say, I utilize Adobe Illustrator to create attention grabbing designs for my clients, and this would in turn contribute to increment in their sales, or I would say, and this would, yeah, I want to use contribute, and this would contribute to more sales, and this will contribute to more sales. So I'm trying not to overpromise the client, but I'm also letting him know that you're going to benefit from me. Do you get? So when he gives me a job, and I did design for him, and then it gets, maybe usually he would get 20 engagements, but because the design is attention grabbing, people like the design better, it can increase the engagement to say 100 likes or 1,000 impression, and then there is no sales, probably because the product is expensive and is not running it an ads or targeting, or it does not have a good target audience. So he won't blame me for that. He won't say I promise that the creative is going to bring sales to him, right? So you want to make sure you're not over promising, but you're also letting them know that they're going to get benefits from you. So next thing you want to do now after your promise in the first line is to introduce yourself, and then input keywords that is going to make your profile rank. So I can say I have over 5 years experience working with various clients across all industries, right? So I have let the clients know that I am experienced in this. I am not a beginner, and I have worked with different clients. And I can even say, okay, I don't want to say that because it's a brand new account, but when you've started getting jobs, you want to include that you've also worked with clients on Upwork. So for people that have their accounts and have probably gotten one or two jobs, but you know, because of the changes on Upwork websites, I know it must have disrupted some of the flow. You can also say, okay, across all industries and even here on Upwork, because clients like to see that you have done similar jobs before and that you have worked with clients on Upwork before, right? That is where the review comes in. But say you don't have reviews yet, you want to also include this there. Then the next thing I want to say is, if you're looking for a creative design that would befit your brand standard and increase your social media presence, I am the perfect fit. I am the perfect fit to get the job done, right? You can see the way I'm trying to close the bio now. So I have tell you all the promises, not over promising, but I've showed you all the benefits you're going to get working from me. So now I am telling you that if that is what you want, if all the things you've read is what you need, right? I am the perfect person to get the job done. So I'll say, send me a message. Let's discuss how to get started. Right. You see, this is the same thing he said with regular communication is important to me. So let's keep in touch. So I am just saying this in another way. Send me a message. Let's discuss how to get started. Then if I have done this, I'm going to say next, set my rate. So this is the amount I am going to get paid hourly, right? Because Upwork is a company in the US, and we know that how US structure is that you get paid hourly. So it's the same thing they are doing here. So for a total beginner, right? For a total beginner that does not have experience yet, I would say your hourly rate should be anywhere between 6 to 10, between 6 and 10, right? So if you have a strong portfolio, right, that means you have done a lot of job but outside Upwork, and you have the portfolio ready that you can show clients. You know that if you show clients your portfolio, the clients will see that, wow, this is a great job. I would suggest you put 10 starting out. But if you don't have a strong portfolio, you are a beginner, or you're still in entry level, you've done few jobs here and there, but you believe it is not strong enough, because I kid you not, people that will be applying on the same job with you, you have senior designers, you have intermediate designers, you have entry level designers. So based on your portfolio is how you get the job. So if you know that your portfolio is not as strong yet, I would say you put 6. Why? Because if someone with a strong portfolio is bidding for $15 per hour, you don't have a strong portfolio, but you have done some jobs, and you know that this job you can get it done, and you are bidding for $6 per hour. I kid you not, the client also wants to save money. So as long as your portfolio is good, it's still going to hire you. I can even say that the client will give you a trial over the senior designer with the strong portfolio, because the client is trying to save money, right? The client is trying to save money. So I would want you guys to know that Upwork charges a service fee of 10%. So if you get a job done and the total job is $500, Upwork is going to remove $50 as their service fee. That is 10% of the $500. So you can see when I set $6 here, and the service fee is 0.60. That is $60. That is the 90% that goes to you. So after you've set your hourly rate page where you add your photo, a lot of people do a mistake. It's not a mistake, but it's just something that I would give as extra. Is my own extra tip that has helped me, and I believe is going to help you too, right? So when you're setting up your photo, if you go to a photo studio and they've edited your photo for you, and then you see they put that gray background they always put, right? I would advise you that you should edit it into something like this. um okay. Oh, your network is very bad. It's recorded, but I I'm not sure if it's going to be on for long, but it is recorded, and we're going to close soon. We're going to end this training by 9. So if you can just you know wait to the end, that would be better. It's better to get the information as it's coming, right? Okay. So I was talking about the profile picture. If your photo editor, your photographer puts a dark background, I would suggest that you edit it and put a yellow background. Why? Because a yellow background is going to stand out. Imagine you have a list of freelancers, say 10 of you applying for a job, and all of them, because it's going to be a professional shoot, right? They have black background, gray background, you know, all this solid, deep background, and your profile is the only one with yellow background. You can imagine how your profile is going to stand out from others. I don't know if you get it. So if you have a picture with yellow background, you can see this icon here, the background is dark. Now imagine another icon directly under it and the background is yellow. Which will stand out better? Please put it in the chat box. Which picture is going to stand out better? Which profile is going to stand out more? A profile with yellow background, or a profile with gray or black background? Please put it in the chat box so we can continue quickly. The network is very bad. Okay, okay. Yellow, exactly. Exactly. Thank you. So a yellow background is going to stand out well. So this is just an extra tip for you. When you're putting your profile picture, use a bright background. Whether you want to use yellow, or you want to use purple, or you want to use sky blue, right? These are pictures, these are background that is going to come out well, right? So you want to make sure that you use a profile picture that has a bright background. It's going to help you stand out when 10 of you send proposals to a client, and the client is seeing your only your profile picture is entering the client's eye. Like they say, it dey enter your eye. If it's entering the client's eye, it will be tempted to look at your profile. And once your proposal killer details is there, trust me, you've gotten to 50%, 50% gotten the job already. So the next thing is your date of birth. Make sure you input date of birth that is on your national ID card, right? So a disclaimer, if you know that you're less than 18, I would say don't even try opening up work, because as long as you're not up to 18, you won't be able to verify your account. And if you think that you can put the name and escape, you won't, because once you get your first job, Upwork is going to close your account so that you can verify. And then the verification is going to include uploading your um identity card, and they will also do a video call with you. They will also do a video call with you to confirm your details. So you want to put it at the back of your mind that you're using correct details all through, so that when they ask you, you're not saying a different thing from what is on your profile. So your profile will not be banned, right? And then you want to include your country, Nigeria, your street address, your city, your state, your postal code, and your phone number. So once you do this and then you review your profile, you're ready to go, right? I won't create this account because I don't want my IP address to be flagged. This is the same account. This is the same laptop I use for my personal account. I wouldn't want my IP address to be flagged, right? So what about the one with white background? Yeah, the one with white background would have been better if we can we can establish that every client on Upwork are using dark mode. But imagine now my account, my this Upwork here is white background, right? And then your profile has white background. Do you believe that? Don't you think that it's just going to wash out with the background? So it's better to not use white background, because most of the clients, some of them might be your profile picture has white background, it's going to wash out, right? So it's best to use bright background. I'm going to list the background: yellow, sky blue, yellow, sky blue, purple, purple. So these are the backgrounds I have tried, and yellow is what is working for me. If you check my profile, yellow is what is on my profile, and it's really helpful. So let me share my profile screen so you can see my background and what I am explaining. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, just going to share the entire screen. Can you guys see my screen? Today ask for proof of address for profile verification. You just need to have everything on your national ID card, right? Your national ID card, and you're good to go. Your national ID card, you're good to go. So if you see my profile, I have a yellow background, right? I have a yellow background. So this really helps me a lot. So it really helps me a lot. And yeah. So we've done profile optimization today. Tomorrow we're going to get into proposal writing and filtering for jobs. So for people that did not create their account today, that you already have an account, so if you go to your profile page, this is your bio. Yeah, this is your bio. This is your portfolio. This is your work history, and then your skills. You have your skills here. You have your skills here, so you can edit them using the information I passed, right? While creating the account, using the information I passed while creating the account. And then for people that just created their profile, okay, I think I should just create the profile so I can show you the next thing you're going to get. So I can show you the next thing you're going to get. So just few minutes to set up the profile, and then I can show you the next page. Right. Okay. Um, just few minutes, and the profile will be up. Okay. So for people that are creating their account with, once you go to review profile, you're going to see something like this, right? So I just had to put a placeholder image because I I don't have like the luxury of time to look for a befitting image, right? So if you just created your account, you're going to see something like this. When you go to review profile, you can see the hourly rate, the skills, and then education nothing, work history nothing. So you submit profile. For people that are creating the account following me, you submit profile, then you see your profile is ready. See your profile is ready. Now you need connect to bid on jobs. So for now, you want to go to browse without bidding, right? And in a few, you can check your profile here. You can see it is 40% complete. You can see your profile is going to be 100% because you have 40 already, and then employment is 30%, portfolio is 20%. That is, you can click on your name here to open your profile page. So I want to explain portfolio for it to open. Just wait for it to load. Okay. So you have your picture, you have your name, you have your title, your hourly rate, your bio. But then if you see portfolio, at least four different portfolio. What is a portfolio? Portfolio is just a container that holds sample of your job. If you're a designer, you want to website to design, the mock-up of the interface or the application. You know how you get these things, right? Once you click on this plus icon here, I am the creative director. You know, I'm the one in charge of all creatives going for the ads project. Then a project description to describe what you did in the job. Directed and supervised all creatives for end of the year sales promo. You know, and then you go to the skills and deliverables. So just like you did in the first time when adding your skills, you want to add all the skills that are relevant to social media ads design. Why? If there is a client that is looking for social media ads design, Upwork is going to recommend the account based on the skills you put here because you've done similar jobs. So I can say flyer design, I think flyer design, social media campaign, right? These are relevant keywords to this particular project. And then you add a picture or you add a PDF file or you add a video, right? If you're a video editor, you can add video as well. If you're a graphic designer, you can add If you are a voiceover artist, you can add audio. If you are a copywriter, add PDF. You know, if you are a back-end developer and you don't have a way to like visualize the interface, you can add a link to the project so the client can check it out, right? So I'm just going to add um just going to add the flyer I have done. Let's look for something. Let's just look for something I've done. Thumbnail. Yeah, I have a project on my portfolio already. So if we go back to the portfolio, you're going to see that I have something here already, right? So that is how you add products to your portfolio. On mobile version, it displays four. So add at least four to make sure your profile is complete. Then you want to add your work history. Please, you want to add employment history. You want to add what else? Maybe you to add your all the personal information to make sure you have an optimized profile already. So for people that did not create their accounts, you can use optimized, right? So that is the end of our training for today. If there's any question or something you don't understand, you can drop in the chat box so I can attend to it now. It's almost 9 o'clock, right? I'll wait for questions. Or there's no question. Wow. Wow. 100 people don't have question. Okay. So I see some people are like going back to watch the video. Maybe you're not able to follow along. Okay. I think I will just end the stream because it is 1 hour 30 minutes already. So if you drop the question, I will just look into it and reply on the group, on our group chat. We have a group chat where we created. I'm going to reply the questions there. So thank you guys for joining. Please have a good night's rest. Have a good night's rest, and we'll meet tomorrow for proposal writing and you know, yeah. Dave Graphics, you too much. My Oga, thank you. Is this video recorded? Yes, it is recorded. It is recorded. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you, Dave Graphics. I see you, man. Okay. So I see there's no question, and that will be all. This is 9 o'clock already. I don't want to delay too much. So if we have any questions, we can drop it here. I will attend to it in the group and send it to the group. Thank you for risking your account to teach us, man. It's a bit of risk. I had to use another browser, and you know, I was just hoping, but and thank God, my account is not flagged. Yeah, more wins to all freelancers. I mean, we can all win, right? We can all win. Thank you, hi writer. Thank you too. Thank you. All right, I'll I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you have questions, you can drop it in the comments. I will attend to it and send the response on the group. Yeah, bye for now.